It's the 2nd of September. You know what that means. Today, it's 2 years of that amazing, unforgettable day. I still have faith in you. Don't shut me down. ABBA's return to music after 40 years. The announcement of a brand new studio album, Voyage. I still play the album constantly, and every single time it still takes my breath away. The pacing, the flow, the musicality, and the singing. But today, we are going beyond and take a look at the musical projects of all members of ABBA after Voyage. Hey. So, ever since Voyage, the ABBA members have been very active with musical projects. Already in December 2021, just 5 weeks after the release of Voyage, Benny released a live version of ABBA's song One Man, One Woman, but performed by Benny Andersson's orchestra. The recording is from Stockholm 2019. The real musical journey of the ABBA members after Voyage started in February 2022 when Björn was back with his first solo recording in over 50 years. Hey Gran Old Man was recorded as a very special tribute to Thomas Ledin, a well-known Swedish musician and close friend who also has many connections to ABBA. Thomas Ledin was celebrating his 70th birthday on Swedish TV. Björn's song is a re-recording with English lyrics of Björn and Benny's Hey Gamle Man, a song from 1970, which happened to be the very first recording to feature all 4 future members of ABBA. Björn's re-recording is done in a country style, and the music video was very entertaining. Possibly the live band from ABBA's Voyage show and or the female backing singers play on this track, but that's just my personal idea and I think it is still not confirmed. With this surprise track, it was nice to see Björn in good physical shape, but also to hear his voice in such a good shape. Unfortunately, the song has not been released as an official single, not even digitally, but Universal Music Sweden released the music video on their YouTube channel, however unlisted. Another surprise release came just a few weeks before ABBA's Voyage show had its world premiere in London. A very rare collaboration of Benny on synthesizer for a track from James Wrighton, who put together ABBA's live band for their Voyage show. The song is called Empty Rooms and has some beautiful melancholic and minimalistic vibes to it, ending with a beautiful piano piece at the end. Benny provided the catchy keyboard line to the song. In the summer of 2022, Björn was back with Pippi at the Circus and an 11-track soundtrack album consisting of traditional songs with lyrics from Björn and also old and new compositions from Björn and Benny, as well as a new song from Swedish singer-songwriter Benjamin Ingrosso. As with all the other songs and releases, we talked about this album in depth on the channel, which is one of my favorite videos and investigations. This summer, the soundtrack was re-released with a new song for which Björn collaborated with 16-year-old up-and-coming Swedish-Australian singer Kiana Blankert. The year 2023 kicked off with Benny and his band live as a house band for 4 shows on Swedish TV. A few weeks later, Benny was back with more music, this time in a church in Gothenburg, to perform songs from the historic Swedish composer Evert Taube. Benny played 4 pieces, 2 on accordion with his colleague Lars Rudolfsson and 2 on piano. In June, Björn was back to collaborate with Benjamin Ingrosso again to write lyrics for Benjamin's beautiful ballad I Had It All and Let It Go. And finally, we arrive in late summer, almost beginning of autumn this year, and witness the return of Agnetha Fältskog with a brand new single, Where Do We Go From Here? Coming up is more. A+ is released in October, and we are still waiting for the release of brand new studio recordings from Benny Andersson's orchestra, which were recorded this spring. So, as we can see, there have been many small and large musical projects ever since ABBA came back with Voyage. They seem to be very inspired by how positive they were greeted and celebrated, even or especially for their beautiful old age. There have been 2 amazing comments just recently. Annik wrote, Agnetha is in her 70s, I am in my 60s, but this shows that even when we are getting a bit older, we still are able to do things that matter. Such an invigorating thought. And I also have to quote our friend Jorge again. I have such respect for Agnetha and Frida also for allowing themselves to age very gracefully and not resort to altering their appearance out of vanity. I don't criticize others if they do, but I consider it unnecessary. Life is a cycle. Childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and finally the golden years of life. We can't escape it. It's great to see so much activity from the ABBA members ever since Voyage, together and apart, and even an unusual amount of musical projects from Björn. But one of them is conspicuously absent so far, our dear Frida.
How sad.
We can only hope that inspiration will find her too, so we can hear Frida's voice again. There must be a producer and songwriter out there who wants to bring out the best of that incredible talent. And with that, I would like to take the opportunity and remind all of you that with all of these solo projects, musical news, and everything ABBA Voyage, we talked about it all on this channel in reviews, history and making of videos, and in-depth breakdowns. That has been a joy in and of itself, but the fact that so many of you have been with me from the beginning and continue to be here after 2.5 years now blows my mind. You are so loyal and great, and I thank you so much. And that's it for today. It's time to celebrate 2 years of ABBA's return, their first 2 songs in 40 years, the announcement for Voyage, and everything that happened since, with hope and positivity for the future. And thank you for being with me all this time. Alright, until then, hej då!